Scoot forward on your chair and sit so your feet are flat and your back is upright, and you can rest your hands in your lap or down by your sides, and we'll take a few moments with eyes closed or a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And just begin to slow down your breath. Using your inhale to maybe sit a little bit taller. Look for spaciousness in your torso. And each exhale, just see if there's anything to let go of. Can you feel what's touching the floor, what's touching the chair, grounding down through the base of your pose, and just letting go of any unnecessary effort. Relaxing your face, neck, shoulders. And then let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. So let's begin by turning the head one way as far as you can go. You can try looking over that shoulder. And then go the other way, seeing what your range of motion is comfortably, and is there just a bit more? Go back the first way as far as you can. And one more time, back the other way. Now bring your head forward and drop one ear over to one shoulder. And try not to lift your shoulder to meet your ear, but instead drop through both shoulders. And through the opposite side, you might even reach down through your fingers to increase the stretch on one side of your neck. Rotate your chin to your chest and come over to the other side. Both shoulders drop, but now even more through the other side, looking for a stretch there. Rotate chin to chest. Come back to the first side and then go back and forth. Half circle, side to side, as slow as you need to, so you're feeling what you're doing, feeling the sensation move from one side across to the other. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. Release the arms, head floats back up. Let's take the right arm up. We'll bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow and take it back as far as you can. And just notice what you feel here. Each pose is stirring up different sensation. Whole different world to notice, feel. Let's release, right arm up, open it out, and then take it across. You can hook with the other arm, hug it in as close as you can. You might resist a little by drawing back through your right shoulder, increasing the stretch that way. Slow, deep breaths. And then release, arm out. Rotate thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at the waist. Pull the knuckles around towards the front, elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder. Putting a little movement in a place that may be creaky, tight, awkward. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, straight back, open up the chest. And you can stay upright or fold forward, and folding might be just dropping your head, or you might come all the way over your lap. You might reach your arms up and back away from you, but you're working with your body. You don't have to have mobility you don't have or be able to do things you can't do. Release, come up. And lift your shoulders up and then roll them back and down. A couple more times. Last one. Let's take the left arm up. Bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow. And take it back as far as you can. And then release, arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close. And as you do this, draw back through your shoulder, sitting tall. And keep coming back to the simplicity of just feeling that you are breathing, feeling that you are right here doing this, whatever this is. Release, arm out, thumb points down, wrap it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, the way you don't normally cross. Knuckles towards the front, elbows towards one another, and then circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back. Fold forward any amount. Let your head hang, let your neck release. And then come back up. Shoulders up and back and down. Okay, let's take arms out to the side. We'll flex the palms, pull your fingers back towards you as strong as you can. And see if you can find where your spine is neutral. So your head lifting up away from your sit bones. Reach out long and then curl fingertips down and in as if you're trying to touch your fingers to your wrist. Keep reaching out long and then circle your wrists. A couple of big circles. A few times one way, a few times the other way. Flexing and stretching all those little muscles of the forearm. And then release, arms down. Let's take the right arm up and over for a side bend. Big reach out, but try not to tip off your sit bone. Keep both sit bones grounded. And then circle your right arm way back, as far back as you can. And continue circling, exploring the full range of motion for the shoulder joint. One more big one. And then release. Same thing, other side. Left arm up and over. Big reach out. And then circle your left arm back behind you as far back as you can. finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then release, come all the way up. Let's interlace fingers in front and put a little pressure between your arms like you're trying to pull them apart. That can help open up the upper back, between the shoulder blades. And then release. Good. Okay, let's cross the right ankle above the left knee. Sit as tall as you can, and then keeping your back nice and long, tip forward, looking for a stretch on the right outer hip. You might try and drop that right knee down to increase the stretch. And you fold as much as you can fold. Might be quite upright. Somebody might come a little further forward. Going towards a flat back, towards folding. Let's go ahead and sit back up and extend the right leg forward as high or low as feels right for you. Flex and point your foot a few times. Deep flex, full point, and then a big ankle circle. A couple times one way, a couple times the other way. And same thing other side. Cross your left ankle above right knee. Sit tall. Lengthen and fold any amount. You can lean into your hands or elbows. Go towards a flat back, towards folding, towards dropping that left knee. Release, come up, extend that leg out, flex and point. Circle, big ones. A few times one way, a few times the other way. Okay, let's go ahead and stand behind the chair. You can just lightly rest your fingers on the back of the chair, feet about hip width apart, and then very slowly lift the heels and slowly lower them. We'll do this several times, slow and controlled. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try lifting your hands off the chair or just barely touching like you're playing hot potato. If you want even more of a challenge, you could try doing this one leg at a time. So flexing one foot, so you're just lifting and lowering on one foot and then switching and doing the other. You might explore how lightly you can touch the chair or moments of not at all. But very slow lift and lower. Let's do two more or one more on each side if you're alternating. And then release. We're going to do a few leg lifts in the back. So try and keep your knees in line with one another. And we'll lift the right heel up and then drop it down. Doesn't have to go all the way up. Just work with your body like you're doing a little curl. Up and down. As you do this, make sure your knee isn't coming forward, but staying right in line with the other knee. Up and down. Let's do two more on this side. Up and down. Last one. And release down. Same thing other side. Knees in line with one another. Left heel up and down. Up and down, up and down. 2 more. Last one. And release. And let's lengthen out the hamstrings, coming to something like downward facing dog using the chair. So your hands can be on the top of the chair. If you want something a little deeper, you might bring your hands to the seat of the chair. Feet hip width apart, sit bones flexed back. Lengthening from your hands to your hips. And then release. Let's come back up and take a couple balancing poses. So we'll bring the right foot to the left inner thigh for tree. So that could be anywhere on your inner leg, as low as the inner ankle, as high as the inner thigh. The chair is there if you want it. You could also bring arms out or hands together or arms up, and then at any point you might come back to something a little bit more supportive if you need to. So while you're concentrating on balancing, can you relax your face? Can your breath be slow and deep? Let's release that side, shake that out. And then same thing, other side. Left leg comes up. As high as you can, as low as you need. You can choose your arm position. Trying to find length through the back of your neck, all the way up through the top of your head. And then release. Shake that out, let that go. Let's try one more balance. So this is going to be like the hip stretch we did in the chair. Your right ankle is going to come across the left knee. And you can sink the hips back and down as if you were sitting into a chair. The chair is there if you need it, or you can bring arms out, or you could try balancing without the chair. Lengthening. It's always there if you start to lose it. And then release, come up, let that go. Same thing, other side. Left ankle crosses above the right knee. Sink the hips back and down like you're sitting into a chair, and you can take this as much of a balance or as little as you like. And then release, come up, shake that out. And let's go ahead and sit back down in the chair, this time sitting all the way back. You can find a relaxed position for your arms. And again, either close your eyes or take a soft gaze. Maybe a couple of extra deep exhales or even a sigh. And then let your breath be natural without any effort. Just a few moments of stillness, of not doing anything, just simply being awake, alert, but without agenda. Nothing to move towards or away from, nothing to accomplish. You can slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, move your wrists and ankles. Take a little stretch out. Scoot forward on your chair again, sitting tall. Bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. Not only today, but all the things you do to take good care of yourself. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. All the known and unknown support we're each receiving. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for joining me for chair yoga.